Hey Beyond Macros heroes, Matt here with another video to help you grow your coaching business. One of the biggest mistakes I see new coaches making is offering their services for free with the goal of getting some testimonials and transformation stories and possibly even referrals to help sell their new coaching services. And this is a terrible idea. This makes logical sense. You're launching a new product or service, or you're just getting started coaching. You offer your services for free, maybe using a Facebook or Instagram post. You say, I have 3 free coaching spots available, DM me. You hope this free offer will be so irresistible that your inbox will be flooded with interest. Honestly, it pains me to see when people do this on Instagram and don't get a single comment and maybe 5 likes on the post. I often sit there wondering what they're thinking. Probably something like, dang algorithm buried my post. I don't get why everyone isn't jumping at this irresistible offer. Without discussing too much about why a free offer isn't that enticing to people anymore and how these social media offers could be improved, the underlying point is that I'm glad no one is taking up your free coaching offers. Why? It's a waste of your time and it's a waste of theirs. When you work with someone and they aren't paying, what's their skin in the game? If you recommend something they think will be too hard, what are the stakes if they ignore that advice? If they book a meeting with you and something else comes up, life happens, why wouldn't they just cancel on you last minute or forget to show up? Your time is wasted. Worse yet, let's say the person that took you up on the free offer is a close friend or family member, and they don't follow your plan. Maybe resentment builds up. Is your relationship really worth a potential testimonial from someone that has the same last name as you? And because this is a new offer, you haven't worked the kinks out yet. There are some aspects of your program that are going to be disorganized. Maybe your check-in process is redundant and sloppy. For example, you ask the free ride clients to keep a food journal in MyFitnessPal, which already tracks their macros. And then you ask them to put those macros into a spreadsheet, and then they have to email that spreadsheet to you every Friday. You've created a lot of friction. And as I mentioned, when friction arises and your client doesn't have skin in the game, they're not gonna follow through on your process, even if they were paying. That much friction is gonna cause a lack of adherence. Let's look at this from a different angle. Let's say you found an ideal and motivated free client. They follow your advice to the T because they're so grateful you're helping them for free, but they don't see results right away. And then you keep experimenting and making changes to see what works. Their time is being wasted because your system doesn't repeatedly get results. And this might create a badvocate rather than an advocate and referral source. A failure story rather than a success story. By offering to work with someone for free, you're taking on a massive risk, and so are they. It doesn't serve anybody for you to coach people for free. If your goal is to get transformation stories, offering 8 to 12 weeks of free coaching is not a reliable way to achieve that goal. Plus, unless you starve the free clients, the chance of an eye-popping transformation picture is certainly not guaranteed unless they're a dietary hyper-responder. And you've got about a 1 in 10 chance of that. And you know what else? All your experienced competitors will already have a cache of jaw-dropping and impressive transformation stories too. So what are you supposed to do to get started and stand out? Well, first off, if you want to increase the likelihood of getting results for your clients, you need to have a reliable system for getting results in the first place. Too often, I see coaches creating a Frankenstein system where they just combine a bunch of philosophies they vibe with and then fire hose new clients with information, hoping to get them up to speed. But think about it this way. What happens when somebody combines training programs? They say, oh, I'm doing Smolov Jr. mixed with Wendler 531. James said Smolov increased his squat 50 pounds and Jane increased hers 35 pounds on Wendler, so I'm gonna hit an 85-pound PR. But they don't. Same goes for nutrition. Pick one approach, one system at a time, and stick with it, especially when you're starting out. That way, you can do the Bruce Lee breakdown. What works with the program, what doesn't work, leave that behind. Now make it your own. Once you have that experience, you can start experimenting with another approach, another system. And over time, you will create a unique, repeatable system that is all your own. But don't create an alphabet soup, keto, plant-based macro program straight out of the gate. if you don't know how to coach each of those approaches individually. Want a great place to start? We take a quantity-first approach at Beyond Macros because evidence shows that controlling food quantity not only gets results, but is less likely to lead to disordered eating than diets that restrict food choices. We teach coaches this evidence-based, quantity-first approach in our certification programs because we've realized adherence follows results, not the other way around. I'll say that again. Your clients will adhere after they get results. They're not going to get results because they adhere. Too often I hear coaches repeating that maxim. Get your clients to adhere and they will get results. But especially if you're new, if you've got a client who's adhering to a plan that doesn't work for them, results don't follow. If you borrow one of our quantity-first approaches that evidence shows gets clients results and you use it to get your client some quick wins, don't you think they'll be more compliant with your future recommendations? So, if you are creating a new program offering or are new to coaching, make sure that you've got a program that gets results in order to get compliance with your first clients. And this will increase the likelihood of getting your success stories. Even if you have a repeatable system, you still shouldn't work for free. Remember, if you're coaching people for free, you're both taking on a big risk, even though you both want the same thing, which is for them to make an outstanding and share-worthy transformation. That doesn't mean you both want it equally. If the client isn't willing to pay you or anybody for that transformation, chances are they're not feeling the pain of their predicament enough to comply with any of your cues and recommendations, especially the ones they find difficult and struggle with. For example, if you ask the client to change their order from nachos to a salad at their favorite restaurant, they will be weighing the pain of watching someone else eat those epic nachos while they choke down a salad versus the pain of staying the same and maybe waking up a half pound heavier. And change is painful. People resist it. Plus, think about social cues. What if the client's friends gasp when they order a salad? Whoa, Matt, what's gotten into you? You always order the nachos. Are you feeling okay? So in that moment, the pain of peer pressure and change is greater than the pleasure they'll get from losing weight. But when you charge clients for your services, you've already filtered out the people who aren't feeling the pain yet. When someone pays you to guide them to their transformation, you know that the pain of their predicament is greater than the pain of giving you their hard-earned money and making behavior changes. You reduce your risk massively when you charge for your services because anyone who bites on your offer is pre-qualified. They're more likely to adhere to your program, and they reduce their risk too. If you work with someone for free and they're not compliant with their program week after week, how motivated are you to keep helping them make a transformation? Is your pain, your need for a transformation story, bad enough to keep just banging your head against the wall, trying to get someone who doesn't care about your program to comply? Let's say you make it 4 weeks into their free 8-week weight loss coaching program. They haven't lost a single pound and have barely followed any of your advice. You have trouble getting in touch with them and they never check in. Do you keep throwing Hail Marys, hoping they catch your drift and turn things around? Do you keep wishing that the laws of physics disappear and they make a magical 4-week transformation? Or do you cut your losses and fire them as a client? Chances are, at that point, you're cutting your losses. Not only are you let down, but the client was let down by a bad experience too. They might even think that they were doing their best and that you failed them. They took a big risk on working with a newbie coach and the worst case scenario happened. They wasted their time. Or they might feel guilty and like they just don't have what it takes to make their transformation because they couldn't do it with you. But if they paid you, is your motivation different? Now that you have financial skin in the game, not only are you more motivated to help them make a transformation that will become a story that helps sell your program, but they're also motivated to go through the program as well because they paid for the transformation. Both parties, paradoxically, have less risk when money is involved. So what I've done is created a downloadable worksheet to help you launch a paid beta for any new programs or services you intend to offer. The link is in the description below, but I'm not gonna leave you hanging without an answer, don't worry. So here's what to do. Offer your services at the rate you intended to charge or a slight discount, but also offer a 100% money back guarantee if they do the work but don't get results. This removes everyone's risk, and it maximizes the chance of an ideal outcome. That outcome being a jaw-dropping result for your client and a transformation story that sells for you. You're more motivated to work with a client to help them get results and to hold them accountable to making the changes, whatever it takes. Even if your program simply doesn't work, your client doesn't take a financial hit, and you can get feedback to improve your program and create something that does get results. The client is also motivated to do the work to avoid the financial loss. They're less likely to ghost you or be non-compliant for weeks on end. If a client isn't compliant and ghosts you, at least you got paid for your time. So bottom line, if you're just starting out or adding a new program, charge for the service from day one, please, but do offer a full refund if the clients do the work and your program doesn't get results. If you do this, watch your business grow via referrals and transformation stories that sell. So leave a comment below. Have you worked for free in the past? How'd that turn out? I'd love to know. And remember to subscribe for more shows to help you run your coaching business more profitably and serve your clients more effectively. Till next time, heroes, much love and keep shining.